Am I the only one that didn't know Kamala Harris's journey began in 2004? The year was 2004. Kamala Harris walked into the California District Attorneys Association conference. All eyes were on her. She was a striking contrast to the usual attendees. Harris was young, the daughter of immigrants from Jamaica and India. She was also the first Black, Asian American and female district attorney in California's history. Harris represented a changing California. The state was becoming more diverse, its politics were shifting. Harris's election as San Francisco's district attorney was a sign of these changes. She was a progressive prosecutor in a city known for its liberal values. Her presence at the conference was a challenge. The attendees were mostly older, white and male. They were known for their tough-on-crime stances. Many were skeptical of Harris and her ideas. Some even saw her as a threat. Harris was undeterred. She was there to do a job. She was there to represent the people of San Francisco. And she was there to fight for a fairer, more just criminal justice system. Her journey as a prosecutor was just beginning. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share this video with your friends. Your support helps us bring more stories like this to you. What's something people don't know about Kamala Harris? In 2004, she faced a sea of skepticism. The room was filled with conservative prosecutors. They believed in harsh punishments. They supported the death penalty. They backed the three strikes law, which imposed life sentences for repeat offenders. Harris disagreed. She opposed the death penalty on moral grounds. She saw the three strikes law as unfair and ineffective. She believed in rehabilitation, not just punishment. Her views clashed with the majority in the room. One disagreement became particularly heated. A fellow district attorney argued for tougher sentences. He defended the death penalty. Harris countered his points. She spoke passionately about the need for reform. The exchange was tense. Despite the tension, Harris persisted. She refused to back down from her beliefs. She engaged in debates. She challenged the status quo. She knew that change wouldn't be easy, but she was determined to make a difference. What do you think about Kamala Harris's stance on these issues? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. I'm sure you've heard the news. Kamala Harris believed in dialogue. She understood the importance of finding common ground, even with those who disagreed with her. One such person was Gilbert Otero. Otero, the district attorney of Imperial County, was a conservative Democrat. He supported the death penalty. He and Harris had clashed on this issue. Despite their differences, Harris reached out to Otero. She visited Imperial County. She toured a drug tunnel used by Mexican traffickers. She listened to Otero's concerns about border security. She showed him that she was serious about addressing his concerns. Otero was impressed. He saw that Harris was not just a San Francisco liberal, she was a prosecutor who cared about all of California. In 2010, he endorsed her for California Attorney General. It was a significant endorsement. It showed that Harris could build bridges with those who didn't always agree with her. Harris's ability to connect with Otero was a testament to her character. She was not afraid to engage with those who held different views. She believed in finding common ground, and she was always willing to listen and learn. If you want to stay updated on more stories like this, make sure to follow our channel and hit the notification bell. If you don't like harsh punishments but still want justice, then you need to understand Kamala Harris's approach. Kamala Harris's record as a prosecutor is complex. She was tough on violent crime. She believed in holding offenders accountable, but she also believed in reform. She worked to address racial disparities in the justice system. She championed programs aimed at rehabilitation. Harris's dual approach was evident in her handling of gang violence. She took a hard line against gang leaders. She prosecuted them aggressively, but she also created a program to help young people leave gangs. She understood that punishment alone was not enough. Harris's approach to drug offenses also reflected her belief in reform. She supported drug courts. These courts offered treatment instead of incarceration for non-violent drug offenders. Harris saw drug addiction as a public health issue, not just a criminal justice issue. Harris's record is a tapestry of toughness and compassion. She was a prosecutor who believed in justice, but she also believed in mercy. She understood that the criminal justice system could be both a force for punishment and a force for good. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up and like the video. Your support helps us create more content like this. Everybody is looking for a leader who stands by their principles. Section 5, the death penalty, a line in the sand. Kamala Harris's opposition to the death penalty was deeply held. It stemmed from her personal beliefs and her experience as a prosecutor. She believed it was morally wrong and ineffective. Her stance put her at odds with many in law enforcement. In 2004, a San Francisco police officer was killed. Harris refused to seek the death penalty. Her decision was controversial and drew criticism. Harris stood by her decision, showing her commitment to her principles. If you found this video insightful, please share it with your friends and family. Let's spread the word. I bet you didn't know Kamala Harris's tenure as a prosecutor was marked by a delicate balance. She was committed to public safety. She believed in holding criminals accountable, but she also believed in reforming the criminal justice system. She wanted to make it fairer and more just. Harris's approach was evident in her work on re-entry programs. These programs helped former inmates reintegrate into society. They provided job training, housing assistance, and counseling. Harris saw these programs as essential to reducing recidivism. Harris also worked to address racial disparities in the criminal justice system. She created a unit in her office to investigate police shootings. She implemented implicit bias training for prosecutors. She believed that everyone deserved equal treatment under the law. Harris's record reflects her belief that public safety and justice are not mutually exclusive. She believed that we can hold criminals accountable while also working to create a fairer, more just society. If you found this insightful, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more content on important issues. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. I bet you didn't know how Kamala Harris's legacy as a prosecutor was shaped. Kamala Harris's legacy as a prosecutor is complex and multifaceted. It is a legacy forged in the crucible of reform. She was a trailblazer who broke down barriers. She was a tough prosecutor who was also a passionate advocate for change. Harris's supporters point to her record of accomplishments. They cite her work on re-entry programs, her efforts to address racial disparities, and her opposition to the death penalty. They see her as a visionary leader who helped to create a more just and equitable criminal justice system. Harris's critics argue that she was too willing to compromise. They point to her record on police shootings and her support for certain tough-on-crime policies. They believe that she could have done more to challenge the status quo. Harris's legacy is likely to be debated for years to come, but one thing is clear: she was a force for change. She challenged conventional thinking, she pushed for reforms, and she helped to create a more just and equitable criminal justice system. Don't miss out on our latest updates. Turn on notifications and stay informed. If you don't like controversy but still follow politics, then you need to hear this. Kamala Harris's journey from prosecutor to vice president is a testament to her ambition and resilience. Her time as a prosecutor remains a subject of scrutiny. It is marked by both praise and criticism. Supporters see her as a transformative figure. They applaud her commitment to addressing racial disparities. Detractors argue her record is marred by inconsistencies. Ultimately, her legacy is a tapestry of accomplishments and struggles. Reflect on Kamala Harris's legacy and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters.